Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Conclave as Scotland, specifically King Alexander. In our last episode we invited a claimant, granted them some land and declared war on Munster down here to press their claim, but unfortunately our war was ended prematurely when our claimant died. It was the Earl here. He died a natural death, I assume. He was pretty old, but fortunately I'm not sure whether it was a claim that was already inheritable or became inheritable because we pressed it in war, but either way we do have a new claimant who inherited that weak claim, and since there is still a regency in power down here, we can just press that again, which I think we will go ahead and do right now. We also have a second claimant as it turns out, but obviously we want to press it for the landed claimant because she will stay our vassal once the war is done. Council is still voting the same way as previously, so that's good. France will come in, but they are involved in their own war against the Holy Roman Empire, so I don't expect help from them. And I hope they don't expect help from us either. Was this an anti-papal war? So, it seems like the Holy Roman Empire is having a pretty bad time. Elective monarchy, civil war. What was the actual war score here? 54% in favor of the Kaiser, so he's winning that, but I think he was losing against France. 22%, so it's not decisive yet. But for this war, since we destroyed their army just recently in the last war, we can probably get away with not raising everything here. We might just raise armies from our vassals to save ourselves some money. I think we might be... No, we're not reinforcing our retinue, it's reinforced already. But we could avoid paying upkeep for our domain troops if we don't raise them. We might just want to check out what our vassal opinions are like. We do know that people are a bit annoyed about their levies being raised. Let's check the balance of power in the realm. Actually, our most powerful vassal is still Moray, under the 6-year-old Duke Mungo. And we have Eric of Albany here as well, who's 15 years old and about to come of age. I wonder, can we still get the opinion bonus with him for educating him? Let's see if we can offer to do that. I guess we have to go with him first. This will be accepted. Okay, so we'll be his guardian for the last however long it is before he turns 16, about 7 months or so. And we'll see if we get an opinion bonus with him. And let's go back to the realm tree. We could also do the same for Duke Mungo, I suppose. I think we actually have another ward already, though. Assuming this thing still works the same way and we can only have 2. We don't have any wards. So, sure, let's offer to educate our vassal Duke Mungo as well. And see how that goes. Alright, but it seems our vassals are relatively happy in general. Or at least the more powerful ones are, so we can probably afford to raise their troops and leave ours at home. We will use our retinue as well, though. And let's go up to something a little bit higher than speed 1. Okay, we are educating Duke Mungo. I guess this will give us more experience with the new education events as well, and maybe I can get a better handle on how to steer the education of children. Okay, our niece has finished her education in stewardship. It seems she has learned all the basic skills required. She's become a thrifty clerk, which is okay, not great. And she is betrothed to Duke Eric of Albany. Alright, I'm assuming this will be more than enough troops. We'll start our march southwards. Apparently only has about 500, so I think we'll be fine. See if we can catch him in Jasvuin, which we can. Let's sit out the battle ourselves, though. Okay, there's the army taken care of, and I guess we'll just siege the capital. Have another chance at capturing King Brian himself. So this courtier needs a childhood focus, so let's go for a faith focus for her. See how that turns out. So once we've won this war, we'll want to revoke the county of Teviotdale back from our claimant, which we can do via plot because it's in our capital duchy. But we will probably have to fight her for it. Young Alexander, our son, has finished his education in stewardship. It seems he's learned all the basic skills required, so he too has become a thrifty clerk. Not great. But he isn't our heir because we are on elective, of course. So I guess it isn't as important. He is the only son we've had. So I guess we could consider setting our wife aside and maybe trying for some better sons. But we'll consider that maybe. Young Alexander is impressing everyone with his sensible choices and great capacity for self-restraint. So we can take a chance of having him become just, which would be okay, or we can have him lose conscientious and gain temperate, which would be pretty good. I guess this is a guarantee of temperate or a chance of just. I think we'll just take the guarantee of temperate. That's fine. Pretty average character, though. I suppose we should get him married. Let's see, he has no special traits, so get a genius or somebody with a good claim, maybe a Princess of England. Maybe cement our relations with them. We could go for a Princess of Castile, maybe. Let's see if we can get him a genius of eligible age. They're a bit old, so maybe not. Could go for strong as well. Strong 16-year-olds? Yeah, okay, let's do that. And we will be losing prestige for having an unlanded son, but that's okay. I think we'll just put up with that and keep him at court. It's a relatively minor penalty. Okay, our vassal Eric has finished his education in the ways of war. It seems he has learned all the basic skills required, so he has become a tough soldier. And we'll see if he has an opinion penalty with us for mentor. He does, that's plus 15, so that's pretty good. Unfortunately, now he desires the county of Fife. He hates that we're a hunchback. Alright. He gets the attraction penalty there. Also a title claimant to the kingdom title. So basically he has all sorts of things that make him not like us. Well, we're definitely not going to be giving him the county of Fife. In fact, we'd like to revoke his duchy title and take it for ourselves. But, I guess we'll... I don't know, I don't really want to fire anyone from the council. We'll just leave him off the council. If he wants to give us a reason to revoke his title, that's fine with me. Because I still want to move my capital into Fife. Actually, probably into Gary, ultimately. And make this my capital duchy. Our niece Alice needs an education. She's indolent, an idolizer, and fussy. So diplomatic would be bad because of fussy. Idolizers are good for learning. Indolent is bad for stewardship. Fussy is good for intrigue. I guess we'll get her a learning education. Figures of St. John the Baptist, discount price for boxes of 10. A bishop brings to your attention that false relics are being sold at the market at great profits. They do, of course, generate a lot of commerce and taxes, but still it's rather immoral and blasphemous. So we can crack down, gain piety, lose some gold, and get temple vassal opinion. Okay. And leave them be and lose vassal opinion, or we can get in on the business and gain gold. Maybe become greedy. We would lose charitable by doing that as well, though. Which would be a -4 change in diplomacy overall, which seems bad. Especially since we want diplomacy, it helps us out getting votes through the council. So I think we'll just pay the relatively small 17 gold and improve opinion with our temple vassals. We have raiders up here as well, which we could consider raising our domain troops to chase off. Yeah, let's do that. It shouldn't take too long. So we went from +13 to -2.5, so fairly expensive to keep these raised. I don't think this is a strait. I think we just are crossing directly from Moray, or entering directly from Moray. Straight across the Minch to Inchigal, so I guess there is a strait. I think it actually connects to Ross, doesn't it? Is that right? Let's see if we can do that. Nope, that's a strait as well. Okay, well, we'll just take the straight crossing. Teleport our generals up here, though. Old Mayor Rory has died a natural death at the ripe old age of 73. He was on the Crusade with us, of course. That means we need to appoint a new Chancellor. So we could consider appointing Eric, even though he's absolutely terrible at the job. But I think we'll leave him off the council. We can afford, I think, to have one powerful vassal that we leave off. And we'll just appoint the... I think this is the new mayor of the same place that Rory was mayor of. So I don't think we need to fabricate claims anywhere. We could consider fabricating other claims, maybe down in Wales. That might be worth doing right now, actually. I don't think we need to improve opinion with anyone, so sure, we'll do this. Unite the Celtic peoples against the Saxons. Okay, so we've driven off the raiders. They're not retreating onto the boats. They're headed up this way, I guess, or somewhere. Probably up to Orkney. So we'll keep following them. And it looks like there's a little rebellion going on in Albany here. For Earl Malcolm's claim on Albany. This guy is not pressing his own claim. Oh, I guess it might be... Wait a second, who is Earl Malcolm? Not sure if we can actually see... Anyway. It could end up in a change of leadership in the duchy, so we'll keep an eye on that. They're headed down to Argyll, okay. And we won a siege, didn't capture the Duke, or the Petty King, or whatever he calls himself. I've been spending more time with my wife Eleanor lately, and of course we did not marry for love. I can tell it is growing between us. Well, now I just feel bad about divorcing her and marrying somebody younger. She's a kinslayer, though. When did that happen? Oh, I guess she killed her brother. Well, okay. We are missing a commander, so we'll Could appoint Duke Eric, but I don't know if he's in danger of losing his duchy title, and also we want to revoke it anyway. I will just appoint him, it's fine. He's the best person for the job, I suppose. Oh, we fulfilled our ambition to build a war chest, that's good. Alright, we can disband our troops now. The raiders have been pretty effectively chased off, I think, for the moment. We lost our spy master, the Earl of Ulster. Speaking of which, we have a new Earl of Ulster. Considers himself a powerful vassal. So I guess we'll probably appoint him to the council if he's decent at the job. Unfortunately, he's pretty terrible at the job. Well, I guess we'll appoint him anyway. We'll send him off to Constantinople, where he won't bother us. We do, of course, have our strong claim on Tir Owen. So what we could do is grant this to a Scottish character once we take it and make him the Duke, so that the Earl here will become his vassal and won't be our problem. Of course, then we're giving him a 2-county, or a double count, I suppose I should say, as a vassal, which could be dangerous for him. This marriage for our niece and the King of France can go through, so sure. And we have a new pope. Okay. Oh, these raiders are still wandering around. Okay. Maybe they'll run into one of our vassals' armies at some point. No, I guess they're just leaving. That's fine too. Duke Colin of Man claims that the Duke of Galloway is attempting to promote vile heresies. This is our steward, Duke Malcolm. Well, he's very happy with us, so I don't think we'll be getting a reason to arrest him. We'll just keep the information to ourselves. Alright, that's 2 sieges over here. The Knights of St. John. A decree has been issued confirming the formation of a new religious military order, the Knights of St. John. The Knights, who have already protected and cared for sick pilgrims in Jerusalem for some time, now have the full weight of the Catholic Church behind them. Pious Catholic rulers may call upon their support in wars against heretics and heathens, but they will not fight those of their own faith. Okay. So we have a holy order that we can raise in the future if we're fighting religious enemies. Did our niece just arrive back at our court? Ooh. Something has happened. I think there's been a succession in France. And Aquitaine has become independent. Interesting. Right, so we have the 9-year-old King Adrian. And the King of France is of a different dynasty, I see. Alright, I'm not sure what happened there, but interesting times. We are still in the war against the Kaiser, so I guess that didn't get invalidated by the succession. Alright, our Chancellor has successfully fabricated a claim in Gwynedd, so we'll use it. I think we can afford that. And we could consider declaring the 2 claim wars simultaneously, maybe, depending on how powerful they are. Maybe it'd be safer to just do one at a time. Duke Malcolm's justice has brought peace to a troubled province. Fewer crimes are committed and fewer complaints are heard in the province. The peasants have never been happier. I am glad to hear that. Well done, Duke Malcolm. I've been spending more time with my wife Eleanor lately, and love is growing between us. Sounds good. Alright, up to 57%. We're going to need to continue doing a couple more sieges, I suppose. Unless this battle is worth a surprising amount of war score. Which it's not. How is this war going for our vassal, though? The revolt is winning, and they have him slightly outnumbered. But they're both sieging each other at the same time, so that might take a while to actually finish. But then so might our war as well. I could not help but overhear the stablemaster and a courtier's animated discussion, something about a horse and a payment due today, but the courtier insisted to pay the stablemaster later that week. Yes, let's stick our nose in where it's not wanted. I settled the matter between this courtier and our stablemaster and tried to be as just as I could. They still won't speak to each other, but his opinion was improved. Okay. Sounds good. I guess this guy is our best general. Probably, so I guess it's nice if he has a good opinion of us. When we lost our court chaplain. Bishop has died. So we'll appoint Bishop Angus of St. Andrews, I suppose, and send him off to Rome. And some more turmoil in France as there is a revolt, civil war for elective monarchy. Is Aquitaine at peace? No, they are defending against the Aftasids Emirate in the Holy War of Castile as an ally, I assume. So lots of chaos in Western Europe here. But that's not our concern. Well, I mean, some of it's supposedly our concern, but we'll just stay out of it. But we are just about out of time for this episode, so we'll have to leave it here and hopefully be able to finish this war pretty quickly in the next one. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.